Hello, I'm Tabitha Burrell, and I like to talk about all things related to our subconscious mind and what makes us achieve or not achieve. And I'm just fascinated by the way we think. So, if you're into that kind of discussion, please follow me. Um, Subscribe to my channel, follow me on TikTok. Um, I just really enjoy talking about certain things and how it has applied to my life. And I've got a story. I shared this on TikTok, but I'm a registered nurse, and I grew up in a family where my parents were lower income and never had much more than a minimum wage kind of job. My mom worked in a restaurant. My dad worked in a factory when he wasn't laid off. He was laid off multiple times during my childhood. Um, but they never went to college or had a degree. And my dad certainly was smart enough. He just didn't believe he could do it. And my mom wasn't interested. Neither one of them. Well, my dad graduated high school. My mom, I think, quit in eighth grade. I mean, she didn't, yeah, she quit really early. So education wasn't a big thing post, they both wanted me, of course, to graduate high school, but college wasn't, that big of a deal or really pushed. And so I grew up not feeling like I was ever going to really go to college. And I found myself in my early 20s with two children, and I really wanted to be able to give them the kind of life that, you know, working at Cracker Barrel couldn't provide for them. There's nothing wrong with working at Cracker Barrel, but it's hard to raise a family on that income. So I decided I was going to go to nursing school. And I knew a registered nurse, and I asked her a lot of questions and was really excited about signing up and going to school. And I live in a small town, and I bumped into her mom, this registered nurse I knew. I bumped into her mom at Walmart, and the lady said the person's name and said she went to nursing school and it was really hard for her, and I just don't know that you can do it with two little kids. She barely got through nursing school and you've got two little children. I just don't think that's something you can do. And that made me so determined because I was going to prove her wrong. And like I've said before, she might as well have handed me an associate's degree in nursing in the jewelry section at Walmart because I was determined that I was going to get through school because I was going to prove her wrong because she had told me I couldn't do it. And so I did go to nursing school. I went to a 2-year uh, nursing degree program, but it actually took me 3 years to get through it because there's prerequisites with, I mean, just the actual nursing training was 2 years. It actually took me 3 years to graduate. And during that time, during that 3 years, I'm raising two little boys and just kind of, at the time I didn't have a very peaceful home life. I was married to someone different, and he wasn't supportive. And so I pulled on that feeling I felt when she told me I couldn't do it. So I realized when I started studying the power of our subconscious mind and, manifestation and how to create the world that you live in, what I actually did is when I had decided to do that and she told me I couldn't, that got me emotionally involved. And I would actually imagine walking across the stage, getting my degree, and telling her that I managed to graduate nursing school even though she didn't think I could. Like, I held on to that. And I now know that's a formula for success that most, you know, um, law of attraction teachers tell you. You have to decide what you want, hold the image of it in the mind, and get emotionally involved, feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And I did all those things, and I didn't even know I was doing it. So that's a story that actually happened in my life, and I wanted to share that because it applies to everything. If you want to lose weight, do the same thing. If you want to pay off your debt, if you want to buy a home, if you want to buy a new vehicle, anything that you want to create in your life, decide that you're going to do it. Hold the image, the mental picture, see yourself doing it, see yourself as already having it, feel the feeling of your wish fulfilled, become emotionally involved in it. You want to do this because, you want to, that whatever lights a fire inside you, hold on to that and just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you'll succeed. It doesn't matter what it is, it will happen, and the universe will put things in motion to start spinning in order to help you. Do you know? So that all happened before I started college, and I was really, and you have to understand, this is before Facebook, this is before, texting people. We had cell phones, but they weren't very advanced. And I didn't have I didn't have a very large friend group. It was very small. And I was again, Walmart one day, and I was in the school supply section, bumped into a lady there who, we started chatting, and she said, "I'm starting Roan State." And I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm starting Roan State College," and just so happened we were both starting in the same class, because I started actually in the summer. I got like a couple of classes over with in the summer, and I worked really hard to get all those prerequisite classes over with so I could start that nursing program as soon as I possibly could. And we just happened to be enrolled in the same speech class, and her name was Dorcella Lau. I'll never forget her. Her friendship helped me get started in school. And I'm 100% convinced that the universe sent her to me. How else can you explain being in the same place with this person who's starting the same class and getting to know each other and chatting and becoming friends and carpooling together and encouraging each other through one of the hardest classes? When you're not a public speaker, a speech class or a public speaking class can be absolutely terrifying. And it was for me because, at that point, I can pretty much talk to anybody now, but then I was way more quiet and shy and unsure of myself and all the things. So the universe sent her to me. And so apparently a lot of miracles happened in my life at Walmart, which is funny, But miracles can happen anywhere. The universe is always working with us and for us and helping us if we're just aware and open to receive that help and encouragement. So if you're watching this and you want to make a change in your life, start seeing your life the way that you want it to be. And believe it can be that way. Imagine it happening. Feel the feeling of it already happening. Get emotionally involved. Yes, I can, pay off my debt, and I can do it. Just believe that you can. Get emotionally involved. See it as happening, and you can achieve anything. And things will happen to help you out in the most amazing ways. Please follow along. I've got so many more stories to tell and discussions to have. And I just really appreciate you watching this video and participating in what I hope to be a good little community where we can just lift each other up, because that's what we all need, especially now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.